Well, hey everybody, I'm back for a quick follow-up here. This is nice doing this in the daytime. It's nice and bright. Um, so just wanted to start off by thanking everybody for the encouraging words and for kind of playing along with guessing on my drawing there. It was a lot of fun. It's really inspiring that there was positive feedback on that. You know, you do something kind of different, step outside of your normal comfort zone, and you don't know how strangers are necessarily going to react. Just the fact that got such positive response, and it sounded like it had the intended effect of just giving everybody a little bit of a break from the craziness that's going on. And I think that's kind of what art is about. It's so centering yourself. Um, so anyway, yeah, I just wanted to express that gratitude. It's really cool. I have, starting to get people that are engaging, and honestly, it's all about quality over quantity for me. So, having 1,500 viewers on a video that people are watching for 30 seconds is not really that big of a deal, but having people that are actually engaging, and the fact that I asked a question halfway through and people were answering tells me that people are actually watching the video, which is really cool. So just kind of coming off the heels of that, I wanted to just address a couple things. First off, before I forget, I was going through my book again later, and there were a couple other pictures that I didn't show that I also liked that I wanted to share really quick. So this one is, of course, Jabba the Hutt. Missing some detail in the middle there, but you can tell who it is at least. And then, saving the best for last here, and I said in the last one I wouldn't get political, so I can do it this time though. So, feel the burn. It's okay. There's something going on with the hair. It's hard. White hair is hard to draw. Surprisingly enough. But anyway, yeah, good old Bernie Sanders. Never forget him. We'll always love you, Bernie. We'll always love you. Thank you for everything you've done. All right. So, and then I want to acknowledge Feral Human and Jasmine B in particular. You guys have been really great. Everybody as well. I'm not trying to leave anybody out, but I specifically wanted to thank you guys because you gave me really good feedback. You gave me good guesses on the drawing, and you both gave me a challenge for something to draw. I have not completed either of them yet, but I've got something for you. So I'll start with Jasmine. She had suggested that I do The Incredibles, so I am starting on that. The Incredibles family. It's so cartoons, especially like full-bodied cartoons, are actually a lot harder than I would think. They're tricky. So I started on that, and it might take me a little while, especially if I'm doing the whole family. But I just want to show you that I did start up on it, and then so Feral Human. You don't even know, but my son loves dragonflies. He's obsessed. Like every time he sees a dragonfly when we're out, he's like, "Oh, look at that dragonfly! They're so cool." So I told him about your suggestion, and his face just lit up. My son's 5 years old, so his face just lit up, and he went right that second. He went and ran to the other room, and he drew this. So there's your dragonfly. So I got you your dragonfly right there. All right. Okay, and then I just really quickly wanted to, because I had mentioned that I also did some painting. So honestly, I like my paintings for the most part better than my drawings. The one really nice thing about paintings, particularly landscape, which is mostly what I do, landscapes, is that you don't have to be too precise with the reference. When you're drawing a human, you kind of have to be pretty close, but like with a landscape, if you mess up the details, and nobody really knows if they're not looking at the original. So anyway, that's why I like them. So let me just show you a few of the ones that I like. So this one, actually this is probably my favorite right here. I have this one. I keep this one on my wall actually, so I took this one down just to show. But I always love sunsets. I like the colors. I like doing the fading and like that. And a lot of people don't know, but I am actually colorblind. So being able to get the colors right on stuff like this, makes me feel good. Because it looks good to me, but I don't know how it looks good to other people who see color normally. So when I show it to other people and they say I got it right, it makes me feel good. So that's that one. And then this one I did for my wife because she really likes these colors. I'm like, I like the red and like sunset colors, but she likes the kind of the fall, these sort of colors here, and the brick house and everything. So there's that one. And then, so this one I mentioned in the last video. This is Mount Talek up in Lake Tahoe. This was the painting that I had in my sketchbook that I didn't really like very much. This is the same mountain, but on canvas. And I actually went. I was actually there. This is an actual bench, and I was parked right behind it. And I sat there and did this painting. And the thing I always love about Mount Talek is it's got this signature. I always say it looks kind of like a magic lamp. And no matter, like middle of summer, the elevation is so high that usually the snow will be there all year, just in that one spot. So I've always liked that. And then this is what I was talking about when I said my wife likes the more like warm fall, spring colors, where I'm kind of like the winter gloomy guy. So I did this one. This is also Lake Tahoe. You kind of see the difference in the snow. I got kind of lazy here. Like here I actually took time and got like the right sized paintbrush to do snow with a little bit finer detail, whereas here I just kind of like lathered like white paint in random places and kind of shows very amateurish, but I kind of like the shading on the lake. It is what it is. And then finally, I will share this one. So this one I did last year. This was at a paint night, which if you've ever done any of those before, it's basically where you go in with like a class and there's like an instructor, a paint instructor, and she kind of guides you along. So I did that, and my wife did one too. She was kind of laughs at me because I kind of messed up on the tree. I made the tree like super thin. I guess I don't know what happened there, but I kind of a little bit too thin for the branches, or maybe not. Maybe it's just going off the reference. It was a much fatter tree. But anyways, so those are the ones that I have. I've got a lot more as well, but I kind of just picked out the ones that I liked the best, or that had the most, I guess, fun making. I just like doing landscape scenery. I'm kind of a nostalgic, like memories type events, like what do they call it? Quality time, like your love language. So like I'm really big on quality time and going places, mountains, and so they kind of represent like places that I've been or places that I have positive associations with. So those are rather meaningful to me. But anyway, I will wrap it up. All right, cool. So 8.5 minutes. So I'm not taking up quite as much time as I did last time. But yeah, I just wanted to share some of those ones and thank everybody that put out a guess for the Jimmy Fallon picture that I did. Also, thank you to, I think it was Feral Human. Hopefully, I apologize if I'm getting that wrong, but I believe it was, you had mentioned about going back and filling in some of those old drawings that I never finished, and that's actually, that makes me feel encouraged that, like, okay, they're worth giving it a second go. It's good to hear that people appreciate it for what it is, not a professional or anything like that, but just something to do. And also, again, Jasmine B. Really appreciated the ideas that you had for doing reviews. As I said, that like my face kind of lit up because I do see people do reviews sometimes, but I figure like nobody really wants to hear what I have to say. But I am kind of one of those people that like I analyze like everything that I read or watch. And usually, like, I drive my wife crazy. Like, she doesn't like to talk about that stuff. I don't blame her. But it's nice to be able to share it somewhere. So maybe I will do that. Maybe I'll pick apart a movie or something that I've seen recently that I think is interesting. I mentioned that I just binge watched the entire series of Breaking Bad. So that's possible. But anyway, yeah, just it was just really cool doing that and getting everybody's feedback. Like I said, this whole thing for me, it's a lot of it is just about reaching people and engaging, and maybe now more than ever with everybody being kind of quarantined and everything. It's nice to connect with people. And when I started doing this last year, I wasn't doing it really for any other reason than just having kind of an outlet and being able to compartmentalize some of the different things that I was going through and just kind of how I saw the world. And if I picked up people along the way, if people enjoyed listening and started following me along the way, then great. But if they didn't, that wasn't really necessarily the goal. But it's pretty cool. It's encouraging to know that you're connecting with people in whatever way you can, through the internet, obviously. So yeah, again, thanks everybody for checking in on me, and I'll be catching in with you guys again really soon. I hope you liked the paintings, and thanks again for the encouraging words, and I will continue working on that Incredibles picture for you. All right, I will talk to you guys again really soon. Have a great rest of your day, and remember, don't be afraid to question the consensus.